We at Thank You Ocean had a photography contest, and we want to thank all of you who submitted photos, which were absolutely spectacular. And today, we talk with the winner. This is the Thank You Ocean Report.
We pretty much concentrate now these days in California. And within that, most of our photography is in Morro Bay, which we have discovered over the years has just spectacular macro critters to photograph.
That is Gary Powell.
Morro Bay, where we do most of this photography and where most of the images are from, is a shallow, very tidally impacted bay, which when you look at it from up above, the water looks very dark and uninviting. But when you dive it, it still looks dark and uninviting. But when you get down there and just kind of hang out on the bottom, as the tide is rushing in from the open ocean, you begin to see just a myriad of creatures that live down there, mostly these beautiful invertebrates called nudibranchs. And we have come to really know this spot, which is not much bigger than a suburban household lot, very intimately. It's just spectacular, the abundance of life down there for octopus and blennies, anemones, and all of these different kinds of critters that live down there. So one of our missions has been to bring all of these images to the surface to show people what a fantastic resource they have in Morro Bay in particular, and of course in the ocean off of the California coast in general.
So what about the picture that won the contest?
That is a nudibranch, a new one to us, called a Genolus fuscus. It's related to another nudibranch, equally beautiful, called a Genolus barbarensis. These are very, very small invertebrates. Probably the one that won the contest might be stretching it an inch long. The nudibranchs themselves, they're also called sea slugs. They're kind of a shellless marine snail. But of course, in the ocean, they're incredibly beautiful, unlike their cousins on land. This particular nudibranch displays something called warning coloration. And the reason they're so beautiful is kind of like a neon sign for predators telling them not to eat me. I'm toxic or I'm going to hurt you in some way. That's the reason they're so gaudy and they're so spectacular colors and they're so beautiful, is to ward off predators. There's an old saying that nudibranchs can't see each other, and it's a real shame because they're so darn beautiful. Right off our coast, we have just a spectacular resource. And there's so much life in the ocean here. We just love bringing images to the surface to show people.
And we are grateful that you have done just that. Gary Powell has a website. You can check it out. It's belowmorrobay.com. And we also want to thank Norm Olson, our second place winner, for his candid shot of a Pacific Harbor seal pup on La Jolla Beach, and Elizabeth Haslam for her third place photo of a surfacing Risso dolphin. Both can be viewed on thankyouocean.org. I'm Jerry Kay.